Greetings, my human friends. This is Rudolf of Germany. Let me correct my various glasses here. Rudolf of Germany, the tall white alien again. I think I have to clarify a few points for you. Because humans, even the ones who have been following my videos for quite some time, just sway from the straight path of thought, often into the spheres of emotions and having a blurred picture of reality. And for that reason, I'm making a second video in one day, which does not happen quite often. First of all, I am a tall white alien, yes, but as I also stated before, under the population of tall white aliens, even if we are a very small minority, there is a difference in many different opinions. There are certain interest groups between the tall white aliens, and not all of us agree on one and the same ideas. There is a group of tall white aliens, I would say I belong to, who have a more humane approach, having, by being many hundreds of years on this planet, developed a certain understanding and sympathy for humans, animals, and life in general. Understanding the hardships and trying, like myself, through the whistle-blowing activities which I am forwarding here, trying to enlighten the minds of a certain amount of humans and giving them, through the information I am giving, a better understanding of the situation humankind is in. When I speak about the tall white aliens having as a majority, and this is the stronger and bigger majorities, an interest in only reaping humans' emotions, no matter if positive or negative, then this is so. But by far not all tall white humans share this approach and believe this is the way to go. I myself are one of the group who believe that the betterment of the human condition, the enlightenment of human minds, and the freeing of the human soul should be a foremost goal of us as the group of aliens who are the custodians of this planet. Yes, I will go back to the cloning process and I will give you some more explanation about that, what you see on television, and believe these are your leaders or these are the people in charge of human affairs, which are to a big extent not. Many of the key players on planet Earth are cloned, and the originals are stored away in underground facilities of Antarctica. I have spoken of Antarctica before, and I have told you also before, if you have a good memory, that whoever is visiting Antarctica will not come back. And this is the case with most of the politicians who have a very large role in directing the stewardship of planet Earth. Whoever is in charge of the major nations will, after he is elected, and we know exactly that this will be the president for the next, let's say in the case of the United States, for the next 4 to 8 years, instantly, shortly after being elected, being led away into our underground facilities of Antarctica and retired. During a period of 48 hours, a perfect clone, which also is being implanted with some very high sophisticated technology, will be put in place. The original will stay in the storage facility as it has been done for many hundreds of years. Then the perfect clone, which is acting and speaking the way which is being remotely controlled, is putting in place and acting perfectly. Now I want to give you a little bit of food for thought by just thinking of something which you may not even have thought of before. Why do you think almost all leaders of important nations on planet Earth over the last many decades, even if they have been on a higher age level, over 50, 60, and not very few even over the age of 70, could always end their term as president or as other functionary of a very high position in banking, in religious leadership, and so on. Why none of them have been getting critically ill and die during the course of 4 to 8 years, even if they have been old? This has not happened so far, and the reason for it is simply because they have been exchanged and only a healthy clone, a healthy bio robot is being in place for them. The very few ones who have been dying during their presidency, of course, have been people who have not been very comfortable to deal with for us, the tall white aliens. Example, Hugo Chavez, and here and there another one. But all the leaders we put in place have been in superior health until their term of presidency, for example, has been fulfilled. Do you believe this is a natural process for a 60, 70, or even 80-year-old person to function in such a high stress job as a presidency, where you sometimes have to travel to 2, 3, and 4 different places a day and almost be on a 24 hours call? Do you really believe a man of 60 and 70 can go on for this for 8 years? No, all the original humans have been in storage. They are retired. They're living underground in vast cities in Antarctica, and their clones, which have been enhanced genetically, are doing the job for them. And be happy that it is that way. Because if we have a control over all the world leaders, you can be sure there will be havoc and stress and wrong decisions, of course, which is a part of the game. But huge catastrophes like nuclear fallouts can be avoided. Except you have to deal with people like Mrs. Clinton and her clan, which have been working for one extreme part of the tall whites, who had a completely different idea. But thank God we, the other group, could work against them and avoid a nuclear catastrophe. So please don't complain about the cloning of Donald Trump. It was a necessity. This man would not have held up the task and could have been standing for 4 or even 8 years in the position of the presidency of the United States. Have a little bit of mercy with this man. He is in good hands, he is in good care, he is spending time in a retirement home underground of Antarctica, together with other great leaders, and also even Osama bin Laden. Your Rudolf of Germany.